Hello friends, welcome to the Wonder Who channel. My name is Naja. If you are new here, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Hey. So I think it's about that time to get some of my fall seedlings out, transplanted in the yard. So I'm gonna spend a couple hours out here today to get some things transplanted, and most of all, just enjoy nature today. It is early October and I am in zone 8A. These are going to be the plants that I started along with you in a video about a month and a half ago. So they've made some great progress. Some things have done well, some things have not done well. And what's so great is I can start more seeds. So I just want to put everything in where I think it will be best suited. And then we will go from there with starting more seeds. So this is going to be the first tray that I'm working on today. I've got some golden purslane that I want to put in this bed that's in front of me. And then I've got some assorted basils. So both the golden purslane and the basils will probably die off once it gets very cold. But I want to give it a chance and I want to see what happens. I wanted to redo basil because I did not net the basil that I had desired during the full blast of the summer. And I'm just gonna see what happens. This is experimentation and learning more information. So I've got this bed right here. It is on the left side of the arch that I have. And I recently sowed some peas on both sides towards the fence. So this bed will be considered a bed that I would be able to plant new crops in once the frost arrives and these plants die off. So these two raised beds on either side of this arch are going to be considered transitional, and I'll plan for them to have something in them at some point. Probably, you know, more kale or collards, something like that, or maybe even cabbage. I'm gonna just water the bed a little bit before I get started, especially with the peas. I think I'm gonna start with the basil. And I'm just gonna make it like rows. So I think I'm gonna do basil here, basil there. And then I've got this golden purslane. So I wanna have that near the edge. And what is this trying to grow? I don't know what that was, but I'm gonna toss it. So I've got 4 plugs of golden purslane. I don't know much about golden purslane, so you know, I'm learning about its growth habit. I don't have anything committed to memory. So I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of fertilizer down here and work it in. The one thing I do know about golden purslane is that it is supposed to be high in plant omega-3s. So that intrigues me. If this is your first time watching me, you may not know that I follow a vegetarian diet, and it's just a choice for me in my household. The guys are not vegetarians, but they do appreciate a vegetarian meal every once in a while. And a lot of side dishes that I make are vegetarian. So my husband likes green vegetables quite a bit too, so that's not an issue. So knowing that, I want to always focus on vegetables that have and plants to eat, edibles that have a lot of nutrition or benefits that I wouldn't necessarily get without supplements or things like that. Got these pushed in here nice. Soil is fertilized. And got the straw to help it stay moist. And we'll see what happens. So the next for me is going to be the holy basil right here. And this is Kapoor Tulsi basil. This is a seed that I got from freeheirloomseeds.org. These are very dry too, because I haven't watered them in over a day. And then this is lemon basil. This is one of my favorite basils in the world here. And, you know, I could put this in that green stalk where I had the dream of having a symphony of basil, but I want to let this basil have some roots to spread out. So this is why I'm doing it this way, so that it can have that opportunity for the roots to spread out and grow as quickly as possible. So I've got the peas here and they're going to line up there. So let me fashion the basil, this basil like this, because I don't have any purslane right here. Y'all, I'm a believer in the straw mulch too. So Miss Asia at Yellow Door Urban Homestead, she had demonstrated in one of her videos that she was buying the straw from Tractor Supply. And so I went to Tractor Supply and I bought some, and I've been slowly applying it to my garden. But everywhere I've put it, man, it's been phenomenal. So I don't know if she'll ever watch my video, but I want to say check her out and tell her thank you. Let's put it out there in the atmosphere and get that little bit more fertilizer, because I'm telling you, I want these things to thrive quickly, get established. And if I can encourage that with lots of nutrients without going into overdrive, I'm going to do that. All right, next we're going to do this lemon basil. I don't know if this coleus will shade it out, but we'll find out sooner or later. And what I'm going to be doing to all of these beds, if I can today, is covering them with net. Right now I want to focus on planting. But netting will go up because it is that time of year. All right, so we're going to go over to the other bed and get these basil plants transplanted. And I need a little moment to think about what else I want to put over there, because I don't have any more purslane. All right, we are on the right side of the bed. So interesting, I have this cuckoozy squash. I'm pretty sure it's cuckoozy squash that came out of nowhere. I think I'm gonna pull it. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, because it wants to be here. It grew. So let me see what I can do as far as digging it up. I'm gonna think about you. I wish I could give it to somebody. I'm just gonna stick it over here. So I found a home for it. On the inside of this trellis, this was this empty pot. And so if it decides it wants to make it and produce a fruit before it gets too cold, I'll take it. So we'll see what happens. So I've got 2 tree collards, got some borage, and then these varieties of basil. Again, I don't think the basil's gonna make it long term. And I think I'm gonna put the 2 tree collards like right here. So when the weather changes, I won't have the coleus anymore, so that'll be a spot. And then these peas right here will be gone. But like I said, I'm going to put the tree collards like right here, so they'll be getting that support if they ever lean down or need to lean over. And then this marigold will probably go away as well. So I love that I packed the soil into the cell trays much tighter than I have been before, because I do see a marked difference. So that's a win for me. Tell you, if you looked at my beds that I hadn't planted in all these weeks, you would think I was trying to grow acorns because there's so many acorns out here. Look at that pretty marigolds. So next we're going to plant collards. All right, I've got 7 Morris heading collard plants in here. So I want to get those planted. And this is where I planted collards before. And I never used this bed during the summer. It was like a holding station. So it's been amended nicely and hasn't had anything else in it since the collards for fall last year. And I think I'm going to also put this upland cress in here because it's the only one I have. And this is just my raised beds, right? I still have plenty of green stalks to put stuff in. And upland cress does wonders in the green stalks. So I'm not pressed about that if just need to get some more growing. But this will be my first time, you know, like planting these type of plants in a raised bed where it would have more space to grow. All right, so this bed is done. This is 1 upland cress and 7 collard plants. I think I'm going to get some Swiss chard planted in here. I was going to move both of these at the end of the vegetables that's in here, the beans, but I think I'm just going to leave it. All right, I think this is about 6 or 7 4-hook giant plants. I don't know how many will survive when I start breaking them up, but I'm going to put 4-hook giant Swiss chard in this bed. And this is the last one of the 4-hook giant Swiss chard. Okay, this is the last 4-hook giant Swiss chard. Beautiful. So what do y'all think about this bed? I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull the bean plants. This makes my stomach hurt a little bit, but I'm just gonna pull, and look at that, that was hot in there. I'm gonna pull these out and get something else in here. And I'm gonna do red giant mustard. I'm just gonna put it right around this like I did the Swiss chard here. I kind of think it's just gonna take up whatever space that it can, because when I had in the green stalks, it grew to a certain size, and when I put it in a raised bed, it grew quite big. You've got this one. I'll have to come out here with some straw later on. All right, so we've got this 6x3x1 raised bed. I've got half of it available. So I think I might put some Chinese cabbages in here. So this is what I have. I guess I don't have as many head cabbages as I thought I did. This is a Tete Noir cabbage. It's very small. So I'm going to probably put it on the end somewhere, so if it doesn't work, it just don't work. And then I have this labeled as early Jersey Wakefield cabbage, but this cabbage looks like these cabbages, which are Napa cabbages. So that's interesting. But I'm going to put that one in on the end as well, and then I'm just going to do the rest of the bed of the Napa cabbages since they're quite further along. And then when this stuff on the other side of the bed starts to die off, then maybe I'll have some head cabbages that I can put in here as well. So I've got some spaces here. I feel like I got a little space right here that I can do a little something. And let's see. Let me take a look and see what I can put up here. So these are looking quite worse for wear. It's Tokyo Bacana mustard. I mean, this pail is struggling. I don't know if this is even the true color, if it's going to be a light yellow, but I'm going to place it in this bed to see if it can get a chance at living. Dear friends, I must say, it is so peaceful out here. Just hearing the leaves fall, the acorns fall, the breeze going through the leaves and the plants. This is a very good day. So beautiful. And I'm working on feeding my family. Like, I'm so grateful, and I have my body. This is really nice. Very nice. But we got a little bit more to do. I think I've got some space in where I have tomatoes at right now. I was going to pull those tomatoes, but they are fruiting and the fruits are blushing. So I'm going to wait on that. And then I still got peppers plants in the ground, and I'm going to let them keep going until I can't anymore. I am having an internal conversation with myself about this perilla plant. Decisions. So I'm going to take this 1,000-head kale and put it in this planter right here. All right, so that's some intensive planting there. This 4x2x1 raised bed has my coleus and 2 lingering tomato plants in here. I think there's some celery right here too. Oh, well, no, it's not, because it's picked up, got dug up. I think I'm going to put some tatsoi in here. I have, I think, 3 green tatsoi and 3 red tatsoi. That's an Asian green, and it does not like heat. It will bolt. So I'm hoping that the cover right now from the coleus plants will help it thrive in this bed. This is the red tatsoi. It kind of looks like, to me though, purple lady bok choy, but this is my first time growing this. It was seed from the Free Heirloom Seed website, the freeheirloomseed.org. So they said it was purple tatsoi, so that's what I'm gonna believe him for. And then this is just a regular old green tatsoi. I guess the other name for some of these tatsoi or these vegetables are like Asian spinach. But that's what, at least that's what I've seen on some seed packs. I think some of this I planted in my parents' garden. So it's already been planted because I've taken care of that. So I'm curious to see how that is looking when I return in a few days. Okay, this one is done now. I've decided to pull up the perilla plant. Thought I would record it. Look at this root ball. So I'd be interested to see if any perilla pops up in this bed, because it was, flowering and things. So this is tender green mustard. I don't know if you can probably tell or not. I love mustard greens. So I think that's going to be it for the planting in this video and for today. I might get into some more planting later in the green stalk, but that can wait as well until I come back in a few days. But I'm pleased with what has gotten done. And just because I like to nerd out and I'm a data person, somewhere up here on the screen, I'm going to let you know how many plants that we transplanted today. I also need to get the beds covered with netting, which is one of the big reasons why I say I need to stop at this point, because that's going to take time to get some structures into the ground to uphold the net. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I appreciate the nature sounds and the sun just warming my skin. It's just been a really beautiful day. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. I hope today is the goodest of your good days, and may everything fall into place for you. Bye-bye. Happy gardening.